Hi everyone! In this video, we'll create a beautiful animation for the elements of a flying saucer. We'll set up flickering lights, animate the dome texture, and add a flame animation. After that, the saucer in our project will look polished and attractive. In this tutorial, we're using a specially prepared model, which you can download from the link in the description. Alright, let's begin. I've created a new project in Godot 4.5 and added a test scene. Let's export the model. To do this, drag the GLB file from your file explorer into the file system dock. As you can see, the import is complete and all textures included in the model are saved separately next to the GLB file. Now let's move the saucer into the scene by simply dragging it into the 3D space. As you can see, our saucer imported as a scene. The little icon here indicates that. To make changes, we need to go inside the scene. Click the icon and open it. This warning tells us we're dealing with an imported scene. I'll select New Inherited because I want to make modifications. Great, a new scene has opened, inherited from the original. These nodes highlighted in yellow are inherited, meaning they are protected from deletion. Let's save our scene. Everything is ready for animation. Let's start with the dome, as it's the simplest part. The dome is a mesh instance 3D node. It holds the 3D model and the attached textures. Click on the mesh. Here, surface 0 is the texture. Let's open it and scroll down. You'll see many parameters. To animate the texture, we need the UV section. In this video, we're using a pre-made model that already has the necessary textures and proper UV unwrapping. Let me explain how it works. The connection between the coordinates on the surface of a 3D object and the coordinates on a 2D texture is called UV unwrapping. On the right, we see the 3D mesh, and on the left, how it lies in UV space. If we start moving this mesh in UV space, you can see the dome's color changing. The position in UV space is measured in relative units, where 0 is the origin and 1 is the end. You can say 1 is 100% and 0 is 0. If you go beyond the UV boundaries, you hit a neighboring copy of the texture. This is why textures are often made seamless. In this example, the dome texture is seamless. So moving the points beyond the texture edge is invisible. The offset parameter is responsible for moving points in UV space. However, as you can see, it is currently locked along with all other parameters. This is because we're dealing with an imported texture protected from editing. To make changes, we need to create our own material. We'll do this by copying. Just click Copy. Below, there is a parameter called Surface Material Override. We'll paste the copied material here. Even though nothing looks different, we are now using a unique material and can make changes. Open the UV section and move the offset X parameter. Perfect, that's what we need. We'll handle all animations in the animation player. Click the plus icon and select Animation Player. I'll name the new animation Dome. Let's keyframe the base value. Then I'll duplicate the keyframe with Ctrl D and change the final value to 1. I'll also set the animation to loop. Let's play it. It's moving too fast. I want it slower, so I'll increase the track duration to 3 seconds. Let's see. That looks perfect. Now let's animate the flame. The flame consists of 2 objects. One is a cylinder with a ring texture, and the other is a cylinder with a gradient texture. Together they'll look like a flame. To animate it, we'll move the ring texture down while stretching the flame cylinder. This creates a combined effect that looks great. Add an animation player. Create a new animation and copy the material. I'll animate the UV offset Y. Add keyframes, loop the animation, and check the result. I'll increase the duration to slow down the effect. That works for me. Now I'll animate the outer shell of the flame by simply changing its scale Y. I'll do this in a separate animation. Loop it and check it. Now on to the lights. We're using a gradient texture prepared specifically for the lights. Similar to the dome, moving the points across this texture creates a moving gradient effect. We'll also add an emission effect. Add an animation player and create a new animation. Copy the material. I'll animate the UV offset X. Add a keyframe, set the duration, loop the animation, and add the second keyframe. Let's see how it looks. I'll shorten the duration a bit to make the effect more noticeable. Excellent. Now I'll add one more animation player to animate the light's glow. The emission parameter is responsible for the light emitted by an object. I'll set a low starting value, create a new animation and loop it. Add a keyframe, duplicate it, and add a middle keyframe with a higher value. I'll change the loop type to ping pong, back and forth. Let's look at the result. Perfect. Alright, we've finished all the animations. Now, don't forget to enable autoplay for them. In this video, we used a 3D model from the Platformer Space Pack. You can find the link in the description. If you liked this video, please give us a like. Let us know in the comments if you were able to follow along and what other Godot topics you're interested in. Thanks everyone and see you next time.